Nigel, Mangalam, good morning to both of you. And I think on the EPS side, I think if you're probably referring to the guidance we gave yesterday.
Yep.
I think that's a one-off guidance, more to do with the situation and the way we see our plans unfolding. As you know, we've invested a large amount in capital CapExes in the last 3 years. And a lot of these plants would go into pre-operative next year. So just to kind of, give a guidance to say that, things are on track. We've given this guidance of EPS of 60 and saying that at the balance of the year, we should be able to perform to these levels. So on that front, we're very extremely confident that we'll deliver on these numbers.
Okay. All right. Shaunak, this year's guidance of around 60 looks very much achievable, but there is some pricing pressure and various challenges. And also there are some costs that are involved for the next year. That's FY22. I was going through a couple of brokerage notes and they are saying the guidance of around 50 sounds very optimistic. So are you sure that you'll do in FY22 an EPS of around 50? And also you just made a point that you put capex for the last few years and this will come on stream in the next few years. So what kind of revenue addition are you expecting? Say in FY23, 24?
So we don't give guidances, and this is a one-off. And this is more, like I said, because we're going through a transition year, more to do with the OPEXs. So based on that, we give a EPS. We don't usually give guidances, and this is the first time we've given it. And like I said, those are the numbers. I don't want to get more into those details. But that being said, I think we've been able to consistently outperform for the last 6 to 12 quarters. In terms of estimates.
Shaunak, short point. So you're confident that you will be achieving both these two guidance. You don't normally give it, but you've given 60 and 50, and you're going to be getting that. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. We take that point.
Right.
All right, fair point there, Shaunak. Let's talk about business then. What really surprised the street this time around was the business outside of the United States doing well for you. Ex-US revenues up 84% year on year. We had your API business up 29% this quarter as well. Is this run rate likely to continue? Are there pricing pressures?
So the pricing pressures are there. There were pricing pressures this quarter also. But the way we look at it and the way we're working forward, I think we should be able to continue with some kind of momentum. Is it going to be the same trajectory? I'm not sure because, as you know, the market has its challenges. But like I said, we have enough visibility downstream to kind of see. And based on that, we've given these EPS numbers. So I think the business, both the US, ex-US business, the API business especially, as well as the India business, we expect to see a strong momentum in these businesses.
Fair point. Shaunak, if you could give us a sense on the PLI scheme, because everyone was pretty excited about the government's, PLI scheme. The prospects for it, has there been any development on that? Have you applied for it? What's the sense?
Yeah, so, I think it's very encouraging for the whole industry that the government came out with this scheme. Like I said, we are in the process of evaluating, in the process of working out. As I mentioned, in the previous 3 years, we have done substantial CapExes for our balance sheet, and we are still evaluating it, and we will be looking at it going forward. So we're already in the middle of a CapEx cycle, unfortunately, at this point in time. But, we are evaluating it and we possibly might go into the PIL scheme going forward.
Okay. All right, Shaunak. Thanks so much for stopping by. Wishing you all the best for the second half of the year. As you said, you're confident. You've given an EPS estimate and you're confident you're going to be achieving it both in this year as well as the next year. Well, looking forward to chatting up with you very, very shortly.